Hey everyone, it's Myriam and here is my third Inktober video for days 9, 10 and 11. I'm slowly losing count. This is a very late video again. The Wednesday videos are quite difficult for me to put together. They take quite a long time, so I always have to upload them quite late. So I might not be all there in the voice. I'm just warning you now that if I start going on tangents, it's because I'm exhausted and I just really want to go to bed. So I asked for topics last week in my second Inktober video and didn't really get any feedback on that, so I'm just going to talk a few subjects. I'm going to mention the sale again, a giveaway, talk about maybe doing a booklet, and then I'll just talk a little bit about what happens once Inktober is over. So as I said, I want to mention the sale again. I feel really awkward marketing myself, but I suppose it's a skill that I'm gonna have to grow more fond of, because if I want to make this my job too, then I'm going to have to be better at selling myself, I suppose. But basically there's a sale going on in my store. It's 10% off discount on everything in my store if you use the code INK17, and it lasts until next Monday, Monday the 16th of Inktober at 10 PM BST. It's also for charity, so part of the profits from that sale will go to the Brain and Behaviour Research Foundation that funds and gives grants to researchers to look into mental illnesses and mental health. The link to my store is in the description below, and all the details that you need to know if you want to hear the code again. It's all on my store, so it's all easy to access. Thank you to all of you that have already participated in this project and bought a few of my prints and originals. I'm a million thank you to all of you out there who have spread the word and helped and shared and been kind to me and all that. So that's that announcement. Next, I wanted to quickly mention that I have shot up to 20+K subscribers on YouTube, thanks to all of you guys. It happened so quickly, it's a bit overwhelming, and also I've reached over 5,000 followers on Instagram, so I want to do a joint giveaway at some point, probably when the whole Inktober thing is over, because right now it's all consuming and all my energy goes into that. But at the end of that, probably in November at some point, I'll do a giveaway, so definitely stay tuned for that if you would like some free goodies. I also wanted to mention, because a few people commented in the comments that they would really like a zine or a booklet done, and I definitely thought about doing that before I started the project, but I wasn't entirely sure if I was going to be able to get anywhere with this, if I even was going to be able to do a drawing a day this month. I didn't know if I was going to like my pieces, if they were going to be coherent enough. But after the first week, I think I'd feel quite confident about doing a little book, and I realised that if you guys like a few of the drawings, it's probably easier to have a little book with all of them in them than it is to buy all the different prints, so I completely get that. So I'm going to try and look into that. I've never done one, so if any of you have done one based in the UK and have any advice, I would love to hear it, and I would like to know if there are any companies out there that I could go to, and I'd do something like a pre-order on my shop. I'd obviously warn you all in advance, because I'd need to know the numbers, and I would probably need a minimum of a number of orders to be able to make it happen, because I don't really have any money to invest in it. But I'll keep you all updated, but definitely know that it's in my mind. So before I go on and I talk a little bit about after Inktober, I just wanted to quickly mention a few things about the two pieces I'm painting, so this one right now and the one after that. Up to now, I realised, looking back on my Inktober work, that it was all fairly dark. They're not pieces that are intentionally supposed to be dark, and they're not supposed to be depressing or gloomy, but they are, to their core, I suppose, representations of unease and happiness, I suppose, and just a malaise, really. And as much as those pieces are really cathartic to me to draw, and as much as I really enjoy creating them and that they feel good to me, so they have that positive vibe to me because they express things that I don't know how to express otherwise, and I don't think I needed to express because I wasn't necessarily aware I was feeling them. But it was all slightly dark, and that's not the only aspect of this theme that I want to represent. I also want to represent those little really poetic nuggets, that those creations, those positive inputs and positive vibes that some people who are suffering still have. I feel like it's difficult for me to express this. I don't really know how to voice it. I've been recording this particular part of the voiceover quite a few times now because I keep being unhappy with how I voice it, so I'm just going to try and go for this. I feel like people who suffer often have, obviously we're all different, but often the people I love the most and the people I admire the most in my life are people who often have suffered very personal things and very difficult things, and in some aspect or another have created or attracted a certain beauty. And some people have suffered, and from that suffering, or in spite of that suffering, or beyond that suffering, they have become beautiful people, beautiful creatures. They have created these incredibly poetic things out of their suffering. And so I don't think that we should focus solely on the darkness that's inside, because that's not all we are, especially when we are suffering. That's not everything we are, and that shouldn't be what the world shows us. We shouldn't be shown that we are just darkness and suffering, because that's often not true. Everyone has this incredible positive energy in them, and everyone has the potential to create incredible things with who they are. So this drawing and the next were kind of inspired by those feelings, and I told you I was tired. I don't know if I'm making sense, and my voice is going because of the tiredness. Oh dear. So yeah, I hope this made a tiny bit of sense. It's difficult to know because I always ramble about my own thoughts and feelings in these videos, and so I don't know if they are actually structured enough that people will understand. But you see, you guys have seemed to follow me pretty well up to now. So yeah, thank you. A lot of this has been inspired by you guys, by all the stories that you've been sharing with me and all the comments that you've been leaving me, and just all kind of the incredible kindness and bravery and strength that a lot of you seem to have. And I just, it's not all doom and gloom. Things are difficult and life is difficult, and it's difficult for everyone in different ways and different degrees and varying reasons, but we should all be in this together. Really, it doesn't seem to always be that way, and it doesn't always seem to feel that way, but I don't know, we should. But anyway, I could just keep talking and talking and talking about this subject because it's so interesting and fascinating and brings out so many interesting things, and I think you guys have been incredible and have shared so many wonderful things, hard things, but also positive and beautiful. So thank you, keep doing that. It's absolutely amazing, and I feel really proud and really honoured to have you all as my internet community. Anyway, on a slightly more superficial note, I wasn't sure I was going to talk about this because I feel like it's just me looking for attention, I suppose, and reassurance. But then I thought, I do videos on YouTube, so I mean, as far as wanting attention goes, I suppose I can't really pretend I'm not. That would be slightly hypocritical, I suppose. But the success of my Inktober is literally mind-blowing. I'm both ecstatic about it and absolutely petrified with fear. It's terrifying. I don't know how to deal with it. I would like to be able to respond to every single one of you and get to know you. I genuinely would. And if you've ever DM'd me on Instagram, I tend to go into conversation with everyone and try to get to know everyone, and it's simply unrealistic trying to do this right now. It's completely impossible for me to do that. I would never be able to have the time to draw or do videos or do anything if I was trying to reply to everyone, and I feel genuinely bad about this because you guys all take the time, and I really read every single comment that you guys write. I really do, and I love every single one, and I wish I could reply to everyone in depth and, as you know, in the manner that you deserve. It's just impossible at this point. But so it's kind of weighing on me that I can't reply to all of you all. I know you guys understand, and I know you guys don't mind, but it's, you know, personally I wish I could. I'm just not used to having that much engagement on my work, and I'm also, I'll have to be honest, I'm also a bit scared that it's all going to disappear at the end of Inktober. Because obviously my regular work, although it's obviously in the same vein as Inktober because it's my work and I didn't stray from my style or what I like to represent in my Inktober work, it's, you know, it's still a bit different, and I still do various things, and it's less coherent, I suppose, as my Inktober series, obviously, because not everything I do is a series. I just hope that you guys won't suddenly disappear, because I don't know, I just got, I don't know. It's so nice to get to know you all, and you're all so wonderful that I just hope I'm not going to start disappointing you once Inktober is over. But anyway, enough of this. I'm just becoming more self-conscious and stuff. It's the tiredness talking at this point. I think I need to go to bed very soon because I still have... Oh yeah, for all of you guys that might be feeling self-conscious about the fact that you can't do a drawing a day for Inktober, I can't. Full disclosure, I have to prepare those drawings in advance in order to be able to upload those videos and upload them to Instagram. I literally can't work at weekends because I'm away at my boyfriend's, and I don't really want to take up the weekend by working, so I do those drawings in advance. So, you know, I don't want to pretend that I have it under control, because I don't think I do. So don't worry if you don't either. We're all in this together. It's a struggle for all of us. But 20 days to go, guys. Probably less. No, 20 days. 20 days? Yeah, 20 days. 20 days to go, guys. We can do this. And even if you've not done every day, and if you've done just a couple of days, well done still. And this is all wonderful. And you're all wonderful. And you're all doing amazingly. And I'm so tired that I'm going a little bit loopy. So I'm just going to leave you with a little sweet goodbye. Thank you all for being amazing, as absolutely always. I wake up every morning with the feeling that it must have all disappeared and it must have all been a dream, because this is absolutely incredible. I hope you're all really well. Take really good care of yourselves, and I'll see you all someday. Bye everyone.